quick show around of the inside of the coop that these chickens will be going in. We still have the original 5. The other 5 Easter eggers will be showing up. The Barred Rock chicks are still doing well, and I'll keep posting brooder videos on that so you can see how they're doing. And they're getting big. They're growing rather quick, eating a lot, doing well, exploring more. But this is going to be the inside of the chicken coop. I'll do a little bit of exploration of this, of what it is, and I did post pictures on the community post forum of the outside where you could get at the nesting boxes, the front, the ramp, where their door is going to be, and of the inside here. But I just wanted to give you a quick video and quick explanation of what's going on. So here's their drinker. It's a large, about 3.5 gallon, and it's just going to sit inside the door along with the feeder right here. It's going to sit right inside the door so I can easily access that. I don't have to go inside the coop, just reach in with some sort of shovel or something to clean it out. Inside this coop, I have planned on, once everything dries out finally and stuff, that I'm going to hit it with a white paint to seal everything. It's going to be an outdoor based paint that can seal all the wood and stuff, so I don't have any urine or anything soaking into the wood. And also the bottom, I plan on laying linoleum down underneath their roofs at least to help with that as well. But for right now, this is where it's at. As it gets warmer and I can do that painting and final sealing up, and I still have to add some sort of ventilation if I'm going to seal this up better, which I plan on doing. And I'll probably just use some sort of shed venting to put on the outside so nothing can get in, but it lets air through. So let me do a quick overview of what's going on here. So if you can see, these are the roosting bars. You got one roosting bar, it's 2 2x4s stacked on each other, so it's very strong. And then I have a second one over here. So remember, there's going to be 10 chickens in here, and these are going to be 8 foot each. So they're going to have roughly 16 feet of sitting space to roost on for the night. And that's more than enough for 10 chickens. One aspect of this is the nesting boxes. Purchased these on Amazon along with the waters and the door opener and closer. These are all metal. I put them all together. They came in pieces. The doors for them are on the outside, so we'll never have to come in here to physically get the eggs. I just drop the doors off, reach in. I can put new bedding in here if I want from outside and everything. Don't even have to get in it other than to reach in and clean stuff out. I planned this, kind of set it up how I wanted, and designed it as if you were building a small shed, but with chickens in mind. You can buy a shed and do this same setup. Mine, the difference is it's elevated on the outside, so they can go underneath it at night or during bad storms or whatever. Still get outside if it's a foot of snow on side. They'll have bare ground to get to underneath this. I plan on putting 1 or 2 bales of peat moss outside underneath this that they can scratch at, dust, whatever they got to do, and it will stay dry. The outside run is going to be open to the weather, but I think that's key to let the rain and whatnot work on that. That might change, but right now that's how it's going to be. But these are the nesting boxes. They got little perches they hop up on and get in. From what I've read, most of the time they use very few of them. This is 8 of them for 10 chickens. It's more than enough than what they're going to need, and they might want to only use 2 or 3 of them. That'll be, I don't know. We'll see about that. They might only want to use 2 or 3 of them. So these will be taken out. Everything's going to get sealed in here. but I wanted to set everything up to see how it would look, and this is how it's going to be. So everything will be removed, resealed, put back together. Like I said, they have probably 2 months yet before they'll even come out here, and we're going to get some warm weekends that I can have do this. It's just some dampness in here still from when I didn't have the roof totally finished and we had some really bad weather. So I have rubber roofing coming to put on top of the metal, because the wind was just whipping the rain all over, and I want it more sealed than what it is. And I'm gonna seal the sides, finish caulking everything, sealing the sides, and like I said, put those vents in. Where I'm gonna put the vents in, I don't know yet. I don't know if I want them with the wind or the other direction, and I'll just probably use like a 4-inch hole saw or 2 or 4-inch hole saw, and then put the metal venting over that. And that's the plans for those. This rubberized matting, because plywood or wood, especially when exposed to the outside for long enough, it can get slimy. So I put rubber matting down, and I figured that would extend the life of that. And it has a 2x4 underneath that plywood to help support it. And it's sitting on a paver too, so it's off the ground. But I got them, screwed them fast, and I built this to last. I didn't want to keep doing constant repairs every season or multiple months fixing up. I built it to last. The edges are going to be sealed with that white oil-based paint primer, and hopefully it'll last a long time. I just wanted to go over a review of the whole inside. And if you have any questions, like I said, the community post page, I put 4 pictures of the outside and whatnot. I can put links to any parts I used, but make it your own if you're gonna go this route. This isn't the cheapest route, but it's the best, durable, longest lasting that I could come up with, that I didn't want to have to keep dealing with problems, breakdowns, versus those small little chicken coops you would buy at like a home improvement place or online, and it really crammed a lot of chickens into a small space. This is 64 square feet in here alone, and plus it's 4 foot high in here. I can almost stand up in here if I wanted to. And I only made it that so they had room underneath here to walk in the inclement weather, if you will. And then you got so the runs total 8 by 16. And like I said, they got a whole outside fenced in yard to go in on top of this. So this has to be set up so it's predator proof. We do have possums, I imagine raccoons and cats are going to be a problem. So I had to make this pretty bulletproof so they didn't get harmed in any way. But when we're here, they can go out into the yard. Got a 4 foot fence there. We'll see if they decide on trying to fly over that. But the yard's set up as it's almost like a permaculture food forest type deal set up. So 3 foot around most of the fence has some sort of hazelnuts, currants, berry bushes, and whatnot. So they'll be scratching through everything. There's going to be a garden set up out there. There'll be tomatoes, zucchini, whatnot. And if depending on how bad they damage it or whatever, it's really not something I totally rely on, but can feed them any excess. So that's the setup. That's what I'm going with this year. Any questions you can post below. If there's any links that you need for any of the materials I used, I'll try to link that. All the wood was sourced locally from one of our county, like 48 lumber, if you will, and a large box store up there at Home Depot. I just made up a plan, and of course, like any project, I didn't just go once and get everything. I ended up keep adding and going back a couple times, and that's just part of any project I've been a part of. I have to keep going back for stuff that I forgot. So This is the general layout of their coop. Heavy roosting bars, and probably going to add some sand in here along with their wood shavings, pine shavings. I added the sand to their brooder box along with the wood shavings, and they kind of dusting themselves off in the sand, so I think it works out well. That's what they like to do, and pick it, and maybe it'll help with the grit and grinding stuff up, but it seems to be working quite well. So I'm going to add some sand in here, probably add some on the outside as well, along with that peat moss. So we're going to try to give them a mixture of things, make them comfortable, because I want a lot of eggs. So I hope you enjoyed the post, and if there's anything else you need, just link down below what you would like to talk about, and I'll try to discuss further. All right, thank you.